also thank you very much for all the audience, especially the students, who willing to know more about what is social enterprise, because this is a new work, new term that people talking about SE here and there. Even I also don't know what is social enterprise the past, I think, 7 years. And then I know social enterprise from Dr. Umar as well. That's the story of my social enterprise. So so I would like to start I think I make it a very informal, and I really hope that a student asks the question, because I'm the one who are in the ground, and then easy for me to share my experience and give a tip if you are willing to have your own social entrepreneur, to become a social entrepreneur. So I will start with my slide first. Let's see. Okay. All right. Can go to my first slide. I prepared this slide focus for the student. I hope that my slide will help you to understand more about social enterprise. I'm not a lecturer, so I hope that I can share with you my knowledge and experience regarding social enterprise with what I understand, and I start involved in social entrepreneurship since 2016. Yeah. All right. Can make it bigger because this slide is so small, a bit small. Izuddin, can you make it a full slide? Yeah. All right. All right. Okay. Let me see how. Okay. All right. Okay. Go to my next slide. Before I start my presentation, I want you to know two things first. Can you go to... Okay, I have technical difficulty a bit here. Okay. Can you make it a slideshow? Okay, wait, yeah, for a while, I think maybe, okay. Yes, go to second slide. Yeah, okay. All right, can you make it bigger? Cannot. I think maybe I the one who control my... Let me control the slide, see how. All right. Okay. I try to share screen. Oh, but share screen, I need to... Okay, let me see. Okay, just go to the second slide. Okay, all right. Before I go further, I would like to tell you about my education background. I'm whole Bachelor of Information Technology degree, and also a Master in Business Administration. And I further my study in Professional Certificate of Adolescent Counseling in Monash University. All right, next slide. Next slide. Okay. And my experience, I have 13 years in corporate from 1996 until 2009, and I have 5 years in community engagement from 2010 to 2015. And from 2016 until now, I am involved in social enterprise. All right, next. Next slide, please. All right. Why I tell you about my education background, and I tell you about my experience, because this 2E is very important when you want to become entrepreneur, because this is a very important, because for me, this two is a fundamental for you to have first before you enter the business industry, in the business field, because this is it's a real fundamental for you to start, because the business is not as easy as what people think, because business have their own trick. You need to have creativity, critical thinking, and everything when you talk about business. All right, next. Okay, I will share with you what I understand about what is SE, SE business model, what is social impact area for the SE, and the scenario to Malaysia, current scenario for SE in Malaysia, and also the challenges. Okay, next slide. All right. This, when we're talking about social enterprise, actually what people need to understand is about the mission. Yeah, about the mission, because a normal enterprise, they just only carry a business mission. Yeah, they have a business model. But when we're talking about social enterprise, so you have another one mission that we call a social mission. So meaning that you carry two baskets. One is a business mission, the other one is social mission. So you carry two of these. A lot of people try to become a social entrepreneur, but at the end of the day, they give up and they go back as a normal enterprise. All right, next. Okay, this is 4 condition. Yeah, this is a 4 condition if you want to become a social enterprise. Number 1 is the primary mission of the organization is to address a social and environmental agenda. This is a key. The primary mission is to address a social and environmental environment. All right, and then number 2, the organization is designed to use a commercial business model to sustain itself. So meaning that SE is not an NGO, it's a difference, because we have a business mission also. Even we need to make sure that our social mission achieved, but bear in mind we need to make sure also the business mission also achieved. And then third one is the majority of its revenue, the social enterprise revenue, is reinvented into carrying out its social mission. All right. So that's not CSR, but the business itself carry a mission, carry out its for social mission. And number 4 is for social enterprise also, the operational and management also, they have a difference. For example, for operation, normally for example, we have a social enterprise in Malaysia. They handle a coffee and cake. So those who work with them is a deaf. Yeah. So this is the criteria that's different from other enterprise. All right. Next. All right. This is the area of impact in the social sector. Yeah. What normally social enterprise focus. So normally it's a community development, environmental and sustainable, and also energy, economic access, poverty, education, youth development, healthcare, and even the technology and innovation product as well. Yeah. All right. Next. All right. When you become a social enterprise, you're not only talking about customer, but you're also talking about beneficiary. You're talking about beneficiary. Yeah. Because you know why? Because customer is the one who give you money. You get a sale, everything from them, but you need to reinvest. If you need to think back that my previous slide that about the beneficiary is the one who get a benefit from whatever this social enterprise have. For example, for BTOP, we have Team A and Team B. When Team A is the one who pay all the services, and Team B, they not pay anything, but the revenue that we get, we sponsor the Team B. So the Team B is our beneficiary, and Team A is our customer. So that's the difference. So you need to understand that when you become a social enterprise, you always to have a beneficiary. All right, next. Okay, this is a sample of a business model. We have a lot, but we have a direct selling. This is normal sales. And for BTOP, we are using cross-subsidization. Cross-subsidization means that we have premium customer and beneficiary customer. As I said just now, we got the money, all the revenue is come from premium customer, and we sponsor the beneficiary who are come from B40 family to enjoy the same services that the premium get. So they can have the same services, but ones who pay and sponsor to the other one. Actually, social enterprise have a lot of business model. We have a franchising inclusive, we have capitalism, we have design for extremely affordable. For example, that extremely the one of the product is extremely high price because we want to give half of the revenue to the beneficiary. Even if I'm not mistaken, one of the company they sell concept of one shoes and donate one. So many they pay the price for two shoes, one shoes for him, but the other one for beneficiary. Okay, next. Okay, all right. Why BTOP is a social enterprise? You see back our vision. Our vision is to eradicate illicit activity among youth. We empower youth. We take care. We want to eradicate illicit activity among youth. And then our mission is empowering youth through sport with healthy lifestyle under professional nurturing. Area of our focus is actually one's education, second, youth development, and thirdly is community development. And our business model is cross-subsidization. That's what I said, in that we have two teams. One is premium team who pay, the other one we have beneficiary team who enjoy the same service that come from the subsidization from the premium team. All right, next. Next. All right, this is a scenario in Malaysia right now. A lot of, can you go to previous slide? Okay, you can see from here, actually majority of social enterprise is in KL. Yeah, most of them is nearly 70% is come from KL, and then the rest is about 2% in Negeri Sembilan, 2% in Johor, 7% Sarawak, and 7% in Sabah. So meaning that I hope that we can grow more and more social enterprise nationwide. So, but the bigger cake now in KL is nearly 70%. Next. All right, so majority of owner or founder social enterprise is mostly they are those who are young, yeah, because normally the CEO is age of 31 to 40. That's the majority. So what we can say that a lot of social enterprise is young people inside that. Right, next. Next. All right, but as a social enterprise, we have a big challenge as well. The biggest one is actually cash flow. It's not easy because a lot of people always confuse between charity and social enterprise. A lot of people want to get a service free. They don't want to pay. So that's a struggle to social enterprise. So that's the things why you need to have a good business model. And also the area focus, most of the social enterprise, 22% in education, 60% in environmental and sustainability, 30% in food and beverage, and 11% for art, culture, and heritage. All right, next. All right. Only 37% from this survey, this SE can make profit. Only 37%, meaning that very low. And another 32% just break even. And another 31% loss. So, meaning that it's not an easy business to become a social enterprise. All right, next. Okay, this is a BTOP journey. BTOP start in 2019. Actually, 2009. Because this one actually, if you can see from gray from 2009 to 2014, this is actually, we do like a voluntary activity, whereby we are volunteer to have a futsal for primary school. And then when we went to Melbourne, Australia, we engaged with Oakley Cannon Junior Football Club for 4 years. We see how they do their, what we call it, a community soccer team, how they operate, how they manage, and how they plan. So we have experience there for 4 years, and we went back to Malaysia in 2014, and we start again the football program for secondary school on 2014. But this is we facing a problem when we start do some sort of like a voluntary, because to sustain the project is very hard. Because when you're talking about sport, we always need to have money, because we need to enter a tournament, yeah, and you need also to pay for the coach and everything. So we start a struggle here to sustain the program. But luckily in 2015, we managed to collaborate with one NGO called it MAAH, Malaysian Adolescent Association of Health, to run our football program. So this took about 2 years for us to handle the program, where we handle 36 of the students who are always absent from school. But after 2 years, we are so lucky we are managed to bring them back to school, and they passed their SPM. It's about from 36, 28 passed their SPM. We are so lucky, and from that success story, we apply 2009. We applied to join the MAGIC Magic Acceleration Program Social Enterprise in Magic. We got our place, and we entered the program, and from there we start our social enterprise officially. We registered a company, and then we relaunched back our futsal. So meaning that in 2016, we have football team and we have a futsal team. Futsal team is a premium one, those who are paid for our service, and the football one in B14 family, they are got a training for free. So this is what we call it a cross-subsidization business model. And we are so lucky also from this program, we got a grant for start our business. And 2017, we also got another opportunity to have another program from Ministry of Finance. We have VIP, Voluntary International Program. This program actually to help us to, we got a grant to handle the activity in the community, And we also got 3 personnel from international, one from Egypt, Spain, and the other one from Philippines, to help and strengthen our operation and management team. And 2018, we got a collaboration with Telekom Malaysia to develop Sri Perhentian Secondary School for their cricket development program. So a lot of Johor cricket player now, a young one, start training in that school. So we are start program with them, and then we engage with Telekom Malaysia. And 2019, we are again got our spot in PUSH program, which is PUSH is Pemangkin Usahawan Social Hebat under program Magic, and we also got a grant here to scale up our business. And 2020, we again got a special grant for COVID with Yayasan Hasanah that called Yayasan Special Grant. This grant is not only for sport, but for psychological program, for emotional program, and also for community resilient program. So now in 2020, we not only have sport as our mainstream revenue, but we also have another program, because as a sport program is a bit hard for you to get a revenue. But what we do is any revenue from other stream, we sponsor the sport what we call it sector that help this B40 student to have still a sport here. Actually, what we are doing for sport is not sport for competitive one. Actually, what we are doing is actually that sport program actually is a community engagement program. We engage with these young people from 7 to 17. What we are doing is actually we motivate them to see a real what is happening in the real world, what they need to focus, not only to play, but you need to focus what you want to do in the near future, what you want to do. If you want to become a football player, for example, so when you are age of 30 or age of 35, what you want to be? If you want to become a manager, for example, you need to have an education as well, because you need to attend a course. You need to become a licensed coaches if you want to become a coach. So our program actually to motivate them. For our sport program, actually, we have 3 output. One is to make sure that they become an athlete, but the percentage is very low. It's only about less than 10% who are success to become a state player. It's a very low. But we are lucky, majority of them can pursue their study in tertiary. But we still have another less than 10% who cannot become an athlete, and also cannot pursue study in tertiary. So this student, we have another program, what we call it entrepreneurship program. So we motivate them, we encourage them to become an entrepreneur by themselves. We help them in terms of knowledge, especially, and coaching. Try to help them to see how one by one to manage their financial and to plan their business as well. All right, next. Okay, this is a normal session, our normal session. This is all, the black one is all our coaches, and the small one is our customer. This is a futsal. This is our customer. All right. So I think okay, next. Okay, that's all for me. But if you want to know more about BTOP, you can go to our website, www.btop.com.my. You can also go to our Instagram, BTOP Official. You can go to our Facebook, BitTalk Academy. And also, if you have anything, you can email to us through our btalkmalaysia@gmail.com. So I think that's my presentation. So I hope I can get more questions from you guys. Hope that I can answer and give you a clear picture about social enterprise and more about business. All right, thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, Haji Rudy, for sharing your thoughts regarding your business operations. I believe that many of you still wondering what is social enterprise and how basically you're able to develop a social enterprise project or organization through sports, in particular football, futsal, as well as archery. Okay, so I believe that the students want to ask so many questions. Please do that. Okay, to all students who have questions, please write your question on the Facebook chat or Facebook comments. So we're going to broadcast the question and share with the speakers. So I have like few questions here. So let me select one question from Mr. Tivagar Pushparaju. Okay, so I think this question is like the moment that you explain that you have also some charity work. So I think that's the reason why Tivaga asked this question. Is it like CSR initiative? So he want to get clarification. Is it the one that you are doing is more or less like CSR, or if yes, what the reason? If no, what's the reason? Maybe Mr. Rudy can share this kind of views regarding, is it related with CSR?
All right, thank you, Tivaga. Thanks for the question. This is actually a common question. People always confused between CSR and social enterprise. CSR is an initiative, right? This initiative come from normally the big company like a telecom, like a Maybank, like the Naga, like a CIMB Bank, right? But social enterprise is an entity, is a organization, is a business entity that run the intervention. For example, BitTalk. BitTalk, we see the issue that young people nowadays always involved with illicit activity. And at the end of the day, what happened? They engage with the drug. That's the major one. But they engage with gambling, they engage with the illegal racing, a lot of things. And what we try to do, social enterprise try to do, is we come up with the idea how to solve the problem. How to solve. We come up with a program. And then we promote our program to consumer, and also to we have consumer to business strategy, and we also have business to business strategy. So some of GLC, like a Telecom Malaysia, they willing to, for example, use their CSR budget to hire us, for example, BitTalk, to handle a project in Johor, as what I said, in 2019, to develop a cricket team. So they use that CSR money to hire somebody else, meaning that GLC right now have a lot of options. For example, two. One, if they want to use that CSR money to run by their own, also they can. But there also another option right now. A lot of social enterprise have services, and they can pay or hire the social enterprise to run this project. So that's totally different, because social enterprise is entity. The CSR is one of initiative from the corporate. Right, I hope that I answer your question.
Yep, I think that's very clear, Haji Rudy. So can we go to the next question? I think it's much more related, but I just post this question here from Elizabeth. Can charity organization also operate as a social enterprises? So maybe Haji Rudy can explain can or cannot with regard to this kind of organization.
All right, thank you for the question, Elizabeth. This is also genuine, and people also always confuse again, yeah, because social enterprise is something new. Charity organization is an organization as well, but this one is registered under ROS, yeah, but social enterprise registered by SSM. So different one. One is non-business organization, and the other one is business organization. Social enterprise is business organization, and charity organization is non-business organization, or people call it non-profit organization, and registered with different body. Charity organization, you need to register to again ROS, and or call it social enterprise. You need to register entity. But why I'm not choosing the charity organization, but I choose social enterprise? Because the ownership. Charity organization, you need to have annual general meeting, AGM. And then you need to have enough vote if you want to become president for a long term. But for social enterprise, you are the owner. So you can register your social enterprise just only using your name, or you can do a partnership with other people for one or two, for two or three. So it's up to you. But ownership is belong to you because the company is belong to you. But social organization, charity organization, you need to have a voting. You need people to vote you, because always to have an AGM, and then people will change. Maybe if the president is changed, the vision, the mission, the view, the strategy might be changed. They have pro and con between a charity organization and also a social enterprise. Yeah.
Okay, I think that's answering the questions. And right now we have another few more questions, Mr. Rudy. I think this is quite a nice question. Let me read it right now. So from Faris Baki, may I ask a question? What main challenges experienced by Mr. Rudy in operating business? So I think this is quite interesting. Maybe you can explain your journey and how you overcome these kind of challenges as well.
All right. Okay. As I showed the slide, maybe the slide is small. I don't know what happened. Maybe we have some technical.
Yeah, some technical errors. Yep. Sorry about that.
But it should be okay. But I show you actually. Maybe the slide can share later on. Yeah, Dr. Omar to the student. All right.
Yep.
The major challenges for social enterprise, 55% is actually cash flow. Because you know why? Because people always confuse between social enterprise with charity organization. People want your service. People value your service. They know your service, but they want for free. So this is a big challenge to get a revenue, to get a cash. One. Secondly is your marketing. You need to be very smart. How you want to promote your product. You need to be very master in marketing. You need to be very master in 4 Ps, your product itself. For me, why I can sustain my B-Top? Because I believe in my product. I believe. As an owner, as a co-founder, as a founder, you need to believe in your product. Yeah, you need to believe on your product. So the bigger challenge is to get cash flow. Number 2 is marketing. You need to promote different way, and the other one is your sales strategy as well. Who you need to what we call it, to engage, to convince, to persuade, and number 4, to prove your success story. You need to prove. People are always talking, what's your success story? Is there any testimony? So that's a big challenge. If you just started, you need to be patient, because to prove to the world, you need to wait at least, I think, a year to show your program is good or not. Because once you succeed, you have a testimony. When the people start believe, inshallah.
Okay, I think that's very good sharing when it comes to the business challenges. If I can recap, the number 1, basically your cash flow. Okay, so because people might assume that you need to contribute to the community, but at the same time, you need to maintain your cash. That's number 1. And number 2, This is actually applicable to all businesses, which is marketing. So you should know how to market the value of your services, of your product. And number three, sales strategy. And last but not least, how you actually going to develop this kind of trust, confidence. So you need to prove that, okay, among the eyes of the customers as well as the community. Okay, so let me go to the next question. We have so many questions here, so I need to
Good,
select a few of the main questions. Okay, so next question, I think this is quite interesting as well, from Hamirul Azim. So would Haji Rudy share with us key element to ensure business success? I think this is from the perspective of SE, okay, from the perspective of social enterprise. Okay.
All right. This is a good question as well. Amirul Hazim, yeah. But I have my own personal, what we call it, ingredient for the success in the business, yeah. Especially a social enterprise. I call it SMS. You need to have you need to have strength. You need to have strength in your mind. Mentally strong. Yeah, physically, definitely you need to be strong, but mentally you need to be very strong. What people say, you still say that, yes, I believe I can do it. You need to have a very strong mental. And then number two is M, mindset. You need to have a solid and concrete business or entrepreneur mindset. Yeah, because entrepreneur and business mindset is the one who are very resilient, one who are, I don't care, whatever hurdle I want to go through. I try to find a way. I need to think about, this is only a challenge. What I need to do. Need to think. Never give up. Business mindset, a correct mindset. You need to have a correct mindset if you want to involve in business. Young people need to involve in business as early as you can, because that's interesting, you know. And then number three is another S. It's a support. You need to have support. Support which is come from your family. If you are married, need to have the support. Need to come from your wife or your husband, because business is up and down. Sometimes you got a lot of money, sometimes you don't have money. For example, for COVID, BTOC have some sort of like zero revenue from sport. But because our vision is to elicit activity among youth, right? So we have e-sport team, and we have what we call it, to take care on emotion coaching. We have psychological support, and also for community resilience program. So we need to think, because BTOP is not only sport. BTOP actually to empower youth through sport or whatever program right now. Because we need to re-engineer our business, because a business is not easy. Because I never think that the COVID's come. Never thinks. And I never think that we're gonna do in the lockdown. But that time is a really challenge, especially for all the business people, to think, to sustain, to survive your business. So again, you need to be very strong. You need to have a strong mindset. You need to have support. Support meaning that you need to have come from your spouse, or you need to have a network support between business and industry. Yeah, so that's my key.
Wow. Okay. I think this is very simple but powerful kind of acronym, SMS. Okay. I try to make a guess, which is M. I reckon it stands for money, but it's totally wrong. It's about mindset. So let me recall: S, strength, M for mindset, and the third one is actually support. Yes, that's very true. Okay. Let me go to the next.
Again, when you're talking about money,
Yeah.
again, as a businessman, money is not number one when you're talking about business.
Yeah. Yep.
Money is not number one. Trust about your product is number one. Study your market.
Yeah. Okay.
Money will come. money will
That's
come.
the thing. Money will come the moment you have the mindset, you have the support, right? So the money will
Yes.
come and look after you after that. Okay, so right now we go to the next questions. I think I am going to select few more questions from the from Farah Nadia. So, Mr. Rudy, what are your future plans in developing a social enterprise? I think this is where what's actually you're going to aim for the next 5 years. So, what you aim to be, I mean, to drive your social enterprise, okay, in the future.
All right. Thank you very much, Farah. We have a strategy plan. If you can see, we are start from activity, and then after that, we start with a sport program, and then nowadays we have a social. Because BTOC, we have 3 pillars. We have emotional coaching. We have physical coaching. Physical is for sport, and another one for lifestyle. And then for lifestyle, actually, we are have a program for financial, and also we have a program for entrepreneur. What we want to make sure is actually all the students who are engaged with us, they have their future. We want to create as many young social enterprise or enterprise to have their own business. For me, we are focusing for B40 youth who have a business mindset, a good character. Again, a character also need to be good. Is need to have a good character as a business person, as a entrepreneur. So those who are from B40 family who have a business mindset, have a very good character, we want to help them to have their own business as well. So we are now we are looking more to help B40 to move from B40 to B40, because we believe if they have education, they have experience, and they will do whatever they want as long as they believe.
Yep.
Yeah. Mhm.
That's very true. I think that's a very noble intention. We really hope that perhaps BTOC can have this kind of spillover effect to the beneficiaries, and eventually they can also become future entrepreneurs. Okay, Haji Rudy? Okay,
Yeah.
so let me go to the next question. I think this is quite interesting question from here. I could not know how to pronounce your name. Tay, I can just simply call you Tay. Good afternoon, Mr. Rudy. May I ask what kind of innovation that apply in your business? So this is something very interesting. Maybe Mr. Rudy, you can share here.
All right, Tay, thank you very much, Tay. Actually, if you my second slide, I show my education background. I did my professional certificate in Monash University for adolescent counselling. Yeah, that course is just only for 6 months. Yeah, when I was in Australia, I take an opportunity to further my study. So I see the counselor nowadays, because I'm a counselor, students don't want to see a counselor. If the counselor calls student to come and meet them, they also have some sort of like assumption. Oh, I've been funny. Got a punishment. I caught in the middle. Whatever. So that's the reason why I'm thinking that I still want to do a counseling, but I want to do a different way. I want to do a proactive way. So what I try to do is to do an engagement program. But what kind of engagement program that I want to do? So I think that the best part is sport. It's actually the first one is not sport. The first one is about play. Play, because youngsters want to play, especially the boys. They want to play. So I say, okay, play. So what play? It's easy for me to attract them. So I choose sport. So sport is a magnet. It's a magnet. Yeah, you can attract. You can attract you. They will come to you, and normally under BTOC program we have 5 years program from Form 1 to Form 5. You can see the different those who are be under our program. I can say that 80% those are under our program further their study. Even now, I'm very happy to hear that one of my alumni now in UPN doing degree in physical education. So I'm very happy. My happiness is when I when I see and I saw the success of my student.
Okay, it's quite interesting. Yeah, that's very true, Mr. Rudy. When we talk about counseling session, we've been called by the counselor to have this kind of, counseling session. People might think that am I actually in trouble? So that's actually kind of negative kind of perspective from the public. But now you actually transform. You try to provide a more innovative way, how providing this kind of support to the teenagers, especially through sport. It's kind of like interesting. May I know, this is actually additional questions, from the formation of your BTOP Academy until today, how many trainees have you trained so far?
Oh, a lot. A years I got about 100 or more a year. So I think more than 100, more than 200 I got.
Is it like many of them basically boys? Any girls
No,
that
mix,
also involved?
mix. I
Okay,
got mix.
mix.
For futsal, we got last year we got 30 student, 60 student, 60 student. We got 40 boys and 20 girls. So we got a softball. Softball is actually all girls.
Okay. Interesting. Because I want to relate to this question, Haji Rudy. So this is a question again from Elizabeth. Is we thought looking to expand to other sports other than football and futsal? For example, netball for girls or women. So maybe you can actually explain regarding this.
All right, this is good. Actually, I'm looking forward to have a netball team as well, but not easy to have a coach. It's not easy to have a coach. If I have a coach who want to, because you will have a commitment that you need to engage every week. Yeah, if you have a team, you need to train them, you need to bring them for tournament, and everything. So if I have a candidate for netball coach, why not? We can do it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So most probably BTOP can expand to any other sports, across the gender as well. Okay, Mr. Rudy, let me share again. This is quite interesting question from Jacob Basil Michelle. Okay, so hello, Mr. Rudy. Does the social enterprise require a lot of manpower? Or under what circumstances does it need to expand its manpower? I think it's related with your fact just now you need coach. So maybe you can explain further.
All right, of course. When you're talking about manpower, it's related to operational, right? And then depends on your business, actually, nature of your business. But for BTOP, we not really need a lot of people because we only at least 2 coaches for each sport. So and then we also pay they are not our permanent staff, but they are like a seasonal part-time. So to me, that depends. Depends. If you do F&B, maybe you need more. But for us, we are do services. I think we no need a lot of people. But when the business grow, you need more people. But you need to have a proper plan when actually the time for you to expand. If you open another branch, maybe you need additional staff and everything. But bear in mind, for BTOP, not only a sport coach, but also back end staff also we need. We need a staff for admin, HR, and finance. We need staff for marketing. This one is not those who have a sport background. They have a degree in business and everything. Again, depends. You need to have a very good human resource planning, a strategy, because we don't want to over commit, have over manpower. So you need to plan. Yeah.
Okay, just now when we talk about manpower, definitely it's related with expanding your operations or your impact towards the community. For now, BTOP Academy based in Kota Baru, Kelantan. So do you have any plan to expand your impact to other part in Malaysia? So like in Johor Bahru, for example, or KL, or perhaps any part in Malaysia. Can you share with us your inspiration?
Okay, thank you for the question, Dr. Omar. Yeah, we have planned to open in KL first. We hope that 2022 we can realize this dream, because we believe that in KL also have a youngster that need help, yeah, that also come from B40, because we want to help this B40 youth. We want to help them to what we call it, improve their lifestyle, to improve their education. Yeah, at least they have a SPM, because to us, once they get SPM, they get knowledge. Yeah, because they go through all the process, so they have knowledge. At least they have a knowledge how to write a letter. Yeah, or they know at least how to calculate. Yeah, yeah. So to us, we want to expand not only in Kelantan. We just start in Kelantan, so we hope that we can open very soon once in KL first, and we target later on another big city, especially in JB or Penang
Yeah.
later on. Yeah. Mm-mm.
Okay, because in JB people are so into football. As you know that this is the home of Southern Tigers. Okay, so that's actually
JDT,
promotion.
right?
Yeah, JDT. Okay, so I actually will go to the. I think this is among the last questions that I'm going to ask. This is from the MCSI. I think one of our staff here, Mr. Rudy. Thank you very much for a very nice share. Mr. Rudy, what is the biggest challenge to promote SE in Malaysia? I believe this is quite relevant questions because many of us perhaps have limited knowledge. Okay, when it comes to the main difference between a normal business and a social enterprise, maybe you can share your experience in developing your own social enterprise and how you're going to promote these kind of things.
All right. The biggest challenge is actually to promote our product itself, to get a right customer, to pay for our services. So that's a major challenge. And sometimes when we become a social enterprise, people always say that social enterprise is the one who are grantopreneur. Meaning that, meaning that the entrepreneur that always chase for grant, not get a real revenue. So that's also the difficult one, because but nowadays we can see the government start open some sort of like opportunity for social enterprise to engage with JLC, to have a program, meaning that social enterprise run the program, but the money is come from the JLC who pay for the services. So the biggest challenge again, actually to make people believe on your product, especially like BTOP. We are intangible product. Yeah, we are intangible product. Those who are tangible product, I think they are a bit easy, but they need to have a good business model, because some of the SE product, the price is higher because they want to contribute to beneficiary. But I don't know whether that model is good or not. But to me, not interesting enough, because people need to pay more to help others. But I don't know. But that one is also another model. But again, for me, a big challenge is to make people understand, to understand our service, and then to make consumer purchase our product. To buy our product, because even BTOP nowadays, majority of our revenue come from some sort of like yayasan or JLC, but a very small amount come from a consumer, come from the people, come from the public. Yeah, that's a bigger challenge, because again, I say that people always think that they're the charity, so it's supposed to be.
I think, like you said, it's about how we actually educate people. So what's the main difference between charity organization and with the SE? Okay, actually I want to end, but we have another very good question from Wai Ming here. It's quite long, so let me try to read it. Mr. Rudy, thank you so much for very nice sharing. Just wondering, how does BTOP measure the success or impact of the program being carried out in a tangible way other than the number of participants involved in the program? So this is quite interesting, what we call it question. So maybe you can elaborate. So how you measure the impact other than just measuring from the number of participants?
All right, thank you very much. For this is one of the example for the Yayasan Hasanah Special Grant. Yeah, we have about 60 students who are not passed their exam in Form 4, and then we take this student and then we do psychological support for them, and we also some sort of like help teacher to have intervention class. And then how we measure actually how to get 70% of this student to pass the exam, because they are 100% fail.
Mm-hmm.
So the way measure the success story is the percentage of the success of this student. For example, fail 100%, but at the end pass 75%. So that's the way how they measure the impact of our program. One. The second one, if after school SPN, we are engaged with community service. We call it community resilient program. So we have 30 students. So we promise to have 3 projects from this student, but we managed to have 4 programs. One is a beach cleaning, 2 for help on SOP, and the other one is actually 3 of that is related to COVID. So the measure is actually how we create something to give impact to the student. And the most important thing is testimony from the participant. They say that this program changed them. Now they see a clear what's actually in the future one. What is people talking about climate change, for example? Why people talking about the importance of vaccine? Why people talking about importance of SOP? We are not talking to those who are educated, We are not talking to those in an urban area. In an urban area, we are talking our beneficiaries, people in rural. Those are B40, low in education. To them, SOP is rubbish, but we manage to do it to make them understand. We help them to how to wash a hand a right way. So we count a number how many of them really understand and can teach others. Because as a social enterprise, measuring the impact is a key. It's important. Yep. If you say that you social enterprise, so what is the impact? So you need to prove that. You need to prove that. Yeah. So that's an example of BTOP.
Yeah. So that's very true. Okay. So that means from what you shared just now, it's not about the number of participants, but you also look in terms of their testimonies, as well as you try to measure other kind of performance, for example, the academic performance. So they have more confidence the moment they join your program, even though it's sports, but you have this kind of intervention program that could boost their motivation, and they can see what's the future promised to them. Okay, so I think that's actually the last question being asked. So we're actually moving towards the end of the session. I trust that all the students who attended up to the peak point, we almost reached about 200 participants. So Haji Rudy asked me how many students that going to attend. I just said around 100, but we have doubles, so that means it's very impactful program. So from our record, it's more than 200 students view this kind of webinar. We hope that you guys can share the webinar, and do not forget to like and follow our Facebook UTMX site, and follow BTOP Academy. Okay, so I promote BTOP Academy. You can go to their Facebook, their Instagram, BTOP Academy, to see how they're progressing well in developing the youth through sports. Okay, so again, on behalf of the organizing committee of this webinar, I would like to express our gratitude to Mr. Rudy Yaakob for willing to spend time and sharing his intellectual journey, okay, through his social enterprise. Thank you very much, Mr. Rudy. Maybe one last question. So what advice can you give to this kind of young talents of Malaysia, especially among UTM students?
All right,
Your
thank you very
advice.
much. I'm waiting for this actually, Dr. Omar. All right, I do hope that you have intention to become a social enterprise. Because you know why? Because it's not only you gain money, but you also help people. You help community. You help country. Yeah. So, but my tip is very simple. When you want to become a social enterprise, you need to do some sort of like before you engage with a social enterprise. Meaning that you need to study what cause, what issue that you want to solve, what issue, what cause that you want to help. Because a lot of issue, a lot of cost. So you need to find one who are near to you. All right, near to you. What's actually maybe that's problem come from inside your house, or because of your neighbor, maybe because of neighborhood, because of school, because of community, whatever. So always have an issue. So try to find what is the issue, and then think what is the intervention that you want to help. Again, innovative, creative, must be there. You will find it. You will find it. And then when you engage, you perform, you solid, you trust with your product, and go ahead and don't forget SMS. Be strong, good mindset, and have a support. So I hope to see more and more social enterprise come from UTM.
Inshallah, yeah. Thank you very much, Haji Rudy. So hopefully we can actually create and nurture more young talents to embark themselves in the social entrepreneurship journey. Thank you again. So thank you. So don't forget to like and follow our Facebook page. So for the upcoming event. Okay, that's all. Thank you very much. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and have a good day, everyone. Thank you.